Welcome, everyone. It's that time again. It is time for the next episode of 5 Minute Mastery. And again, this coincides with the absolutely groundbreaking and revolutionary course I'm going to be teaching, Self Mastery: What Exists Beyond Enlightenment. There's still time to register. There are payment plans. We're going to be discussing and learning things that are not taught on this planet. It is a very rare state of consciousness. Just the idea for most people that there's anything beyond enlightenment doesn't even seem possible, but there absolutely is, and believe it or not, self-realization or enlightenment is literally just the first stage. And there are 4 stages to this, and I'm going to get into the specifics of all this within the Self-Mastery: What Exists Beyond Enlightenment course. I hope to see you there. With that, let's get to today's episode of 5 Minute Mastery. Events within time and space are nothing more than the play of imagination produced by what is not bound by time and space, your immortal self. Identification with the temporary dream of personhood is a misuse of the very imagination that created the entire transient experience of physicality. Let's look a little deeper within that, okay? This human experience that we're all currently having, more or less, that we're all currently having, is produced, written, directed, and starring you, the real you, your sentience, your immortal self. We can use the word soul if you like, but the soul is not very specific. Okay, we are sentience given energy to create with, and I talk about this in my first book in great detail in terms of how to put yourself back together for healing. So we design the life plan. We write it, we direct it, we star in it. And we do this, we map it out when we are outside of time and space. And you could think of time and space as really just a matter of location as it relates to frequency. And when you're above time and space, this is when you're mapping it all out. And then you project yourself and or are projected into those frequencies, and you experience temporarily physicality, or what we call time and space. But the whole thing was already written by you, starring you, directed by you, produced by you. So the key is to align oneself with that aspect of the self that created this. This way you're in alignment with your very own plan. And when you're in alignment with your very own plan, you're in alignment with God's will, because your will is God's will. I hope you find this interesting, helpful, enlightening, mind expanding. And if this kind of wisdom is of interest to you, there's still time to register for my Self-Mastery: What Exists Beyond Enlightenment. It's going to be absolutely revolutionary. I hope to see you there. Until then, be well always.